is love. Everybody say love. Paul said, when there is real love in the church, there would be disagreement that doesn't lead to division. Say it to the light. Okay. Watch it. Real love leads to discussion. Real love don't lead. Watch me. Paul never had an argument about disagreement. He had an argument about division. Meaning, because you don't, we don't, I don't, none of us do it the way somebody wants you to do it, or who's in charge and who's not. Come on. Who's the, why you the head usher? Why, who picked the songs for the choir? Why we got to sing the same stuff? I ain't got no problem with a disagreement, but your disagreement should never lead to division, because division becomes demonic if you keep working in it, because you're working in a spirit that ain't even God. Second word is change. Paul said, let's talk about change. Just for me. I'm going to say, Paul used change, and I'm going to tell you how he used change. He talked about his past. Man, well, see, first thing you talking about, anybody here want to change? Anybody want God to change it? Come on, I say, if you want God to change it, give God a hallelujah. All right. Well, see, Paul, when he got to the Christians, he didn't talk about the gospel. The first thing he talked about is how he used to kill y'all. Paul said, I used to kill Christians, burn them up for breakfast, cut their head off. Matter of fact, when Stephen got stoned, I was the one that held the coat. I watched it all. Whoop Stephen good. He ain't got no business talking about Jesus, and every time he did, they stoned him. And God got to Paul. Once he got to Paul, talked about his life, Paul said, I was on the Damascus road. I got down. When I got down, God blinded me, made me go to a man, took the blindness out of my sight. And then after that, I was a changed man. Watch this. Change don't mean you perfect. Change just means that you are better than what you used to be. So some of y'all ought to be thanking God and celebrate the fact that you just better. It don't mean I'm perfect. Okay, let me come and get some of y'all. Let me come and get. You ought to thank the Lord that you don't drink every day. You drink, you had a bad day. Every now and again a bad day come, and you go to that you thought you wouldn't go back to, and just take a little sip to calm your nerves. Because you done worked my nerves. And I used to just have the Lord, but this time I don't know what's going on. And I know what this would do to me because it just calmed me down. God forgive me because I told you. But I can't be mad because I used to drink that Monday through Sunday. But now I do it, but I got to celebrate the fact that God is doing some stuff to me. And if you don't want to change, you ain't nothing but a piece of furniture in your house. You're getting dusty and old. Just an old piece of furniture that's collecting dust, and nobody wants something that don't want to change. Next word, fight. Paul said, you got to learn to fight the good fight of faith. Then he said, I fought a good fight. Then he said, we wrestle not. Listen. And Paul dialoguing to the people, watch it, it's two words he loved more than anything. Fight and wrestle. Meaning, he didn't teach you to be a coward. I'm going to say something. See, passive people never possess nothing. Y'all missed that one. You can't be passive trying to lead. You just can be like, you know, will you, can this, when God give you some, watch it. When he give you something, the first thing you'll be like, wait a minute. Because I know I said it. I'm up on my game. I understand. When I was young, didn't understand it. God give you something? And I said, Lord, thank you. But why is it that he gave me and I didn't understand it? Because I didn't realize that every time he gave you something, the enemy comes to try to block it. So I would think that if God gave it to me, it should be smooth sailing. But I didn't know that God gave me something to let me know it's got to be worth fighting for. And when you find out it's worth fighting for, you don't mind fighting. Because when he gave it to you, he didn't give it to you just for you to have it. He told you the enemy going to try to come and take. Matter of fact, he told you what to put on. He was so hooked in it. He said, put on the whole armor of God. He said, put on the whole armor. Go out there and get ready to go and throw down. I'm telling you, in this life, if you don't learn how to fight, folks going to run all over you. Anybody beside myself, you listen, when you know it's worth fighting for, you'll fight for it. Your kids, is it worth fighting for? Your marriage, is it worth fighting for? Your joy, is it worth fighting for? Your peace, is it worth fighting for? I ain't have nobody to take something that God gave me.